Hello my lovely readers, welcome back to Readers Retreat. If you're new, welcome, I'm Victoria and this video is going to be my final book support group, Starting Station TBR. So the starting station of the final book support group is the section of the group that you participate in when you're just starting out on a series. The whole premise of the final book support group was created by the wonderful Steph over at Steph Loves, collabing with Jade at Jadeyraereads to create this epic merch and this epic logo, which I'm obsessed with, by the way. The merch is amazing. Go over to their Redbubble account and buy it all, because if I had the money, trust me, I would have everything in my possession, but I don't, so I haven't. I've just got this and a phone case. That's my plug. So yeah, my starting station TBR. I have an extensive TBR when it comes to series. Huge, absolutely huge, of which you will see visual evidence of in this video, because I'm going to show you the spreadsheet that I've created. Well, the template was created by Steph, but I've obviously edited it to my needs. My starting station TBR is just off the scale, to be fair. Series TBR is off the scale anyway, but yeah, starting station is scary, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Because I am going to take you to my spreadsheet now, so that it's easier for you to visualise and for me as well. So yeah, I'm going to end this clip now and then we're going to flip over to my spreadsheet. Hello. So I'm down here in the corner. This is my final book support group spreadsheet, a series tracker. So as you can see, let me just zoom in on it a little bit so you can actually read what's going on. We've got a full-on spreadsheet with a key here, telling you the series title and keeping track of it. So I've done things a little bit differently because I haven't laid it out conventionally, as you know the spreadsheet would suggest. So the green boxes are obviously my read books, the orange boxes are the books that I'm currently reading, the yellow box is unread, the blue parts are the name of the series, and pink is sub-series within that whole series. The turquoisey green are the novella. So when it comes to where I am in these series, I am a very visual person when it comes to tracking. So the fact that I've managed to actually colour code this is pretty good for me. I've taken a lot of time over this spreadsheet to really get it right, because I want this to be something that's ongoing, as the final book support group is ongoing, and to see it visually change as I continue to read through these series is going to help me, I think, mentally as well. So because I physically have to change the colours, the colour blocks are going to change dramatically as I carry on reading. So I think that's why I really did try to do this in the way that I have. It's all clearly done in my head, it makes sense, and yeah, I'm just really pleased with how it's turned out. Not quite so pleased with the amount on there, but also it's quite exciting because, like I say, there are a lot of series here that A, I haven't started, B, I'm in the middle of. So yeah, my starting station TBR, basically starting at the top of the list, we've got Realm of the Elderlings, which is the name of the big series by Robin Hobb. As you can see, I've got starting stations wise, Tawny Man, The Rain Wild Chronicles, Fitz and the Fall, and Soldier's Son yet to read. So Realm of the Elderlings is a beautiful, beautiful fantasy series by Robin Hobb that I am absolutely obsessed with, thanks to Jade over at Jadeyraereads. Yeah, she is part of Elderling Along, the readathon that's happening, and is because of how much she raves about Hobb that I decided to jump on the bandwagon too, and now there is no going back. This series is huge. There is so much to read, but I am absolutely loving every minute of it. As you can see, I've completely finished the Farseer trilogy. I am currently reading through Live Ship Traders, Tawny Man, The Rainwild Chronicles, Fits in the Fall and Soldier Son are all on my Starting Station TBR because I've not read any of them yet. Right, next up, let's scroll down to another one. We've got Pittacus Law, author unknown. Now this is fascinating to me. The Pittacus Law is obviously the I Am Number 4 series. There is also a movie which you've probably seen, because it's quite old now. If you haven't, go check it out because it is quite good. But yes, as far as the book series goes, I haven't read any of them. And the Pittacus Law thing and the fact that the author is unknown really does kind of fascinate me, because he's purposely, I'm presuming it's a he, it might not be, but the author's decided to become part of the story, which is explained in the first couple of pages that I read in order to kind of tempt myself to buy the series. I read the first page, and in there it explains that the author doesn't want to be declared as the author. He's part of the story. So that was what intrigued me, and then obviously the movie came out and I watched that and I thought, yeah, I need to read these books because I want to know how this all started and how it's going to end. And then if we carry on down, we've got Raybearer by Jordan Ifalgo. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Raybearer was gifted to me by the wonderful Barb, so thank you very much, Barb, again for gifting that to me. We've also discussed that we might be able to do a buddy read of that. When we can both align our schedules, we'll do that. So yeah, that's on my starting stations, which is exciting. And then coming down some more, we have Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson again is a huge series. Whether you can actually call them series really as under the Percy Jackson umbrella, I don't know, because I don't know enough about them to say whether they are or not. I've googled it and they do seem to fall under Percy Jackson, but I could be wrong in that, so please don't come after me if I am wrong. I don't know for sure. So yeah, I'm just tinkering as we're going through this because I can see that I've not done bits and pieces. I can't help it. It all has to look the same. So as far as starting stations for Percy Jackson goes, we've got the Heroes of Olympus series, the Trials of Apollo, Kane Chronicles, Magnus Chase. So those two, from the information I could find online, it doesn't say that Percy Jackson is a part of those, so I don't think they are part of the Percy Jackson umbrella, but again, I could be wrong. Let me know down below if you know any different, but that's why, as you can tell by the key that we discussed a minute ago, they're in the blue colour rather than the pink. So yeah, I'm really excited to get through some more Percy Jackson. I don't know yet if it's going to be anytime soon, because I have a lot of things that I want to get to. So I don't know where they really lie on my list of priorities at the moment, because like I say, it's quite extensive and I need to be in the right frame of mind, and I also need to finish Camp Half-Blood before I can really move on to those anyway. So yeah, I've got a long way to go before I can hit those really, so they're not going to be upcoming for a while, I don't think. And then moving down the list a bit further, we've got Renegades by Meyer. That's a trilogy, I believe, about superheroes. I don't know a lot about it, or I can't remember a lot about it at the moment, but I know that they're sat on my shelves unread still. So yeah, I'm quite excited to get to those, because, you know, who doesn't love a bit of superhero action? And then moving down again, there's no more on that column, so let's move up to the next one. The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. I haven't read any of those still. You'll remember that I put out a video quite early on last year saying series that I need to get to, and The Land of Stories was on that list. I can't remember then if I said that I'd read the first book or not, but I've put it on here as unread because I can't remember anything about it, so I'd have to reread it anyway, even if I had read it, to carry on with the series. So I've just marked them all as unread. So yeah, that's another one that I'm really excited about. I'm a huge fan of Glee, and then when I found out Chris Colfer was writing books, I immediately knew that I had to start reading at least some of them. He's written a great many books since I found out about these ones, but this one, I've looked on forums and things, and everybody said that this series, the Land of Stories series, is the best way to begin with Chris's writing, really. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one as well. Let's carry on a bit further. What else have we got? Oh, here we go. Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Yes, they're on my unread list still. I don't know if I have read them or not. I can't remember. So therefore they're on this list as unread. I think I probably have, because there was a lot of hype about them when they first came out, so I know they've been sitting on my shelves for a good while, but I genuinely can't remember if I've read them, so therefore they're on my unread list because I want to remember it. So I want to reread them if I haven't already. Moving down a bit further, we've got, that's it on that column, so let's move across. Let me move me. Then we move into some hefty books. So we've got the Century Trilogy and the Kingsbridge series by Ken Follett. These, I believe, are interlinked in some way. I don't know which particular order you're supposed to read these in. I'm going to have to look that up. But yeah, I have always been intrigued by Ken Follett's writing. I absolutely love Whiteout by Ken Follett. That's a standalone story. It's not part of a series, but it's incredible, and that's where I fell in love with Ken Follett's writing. And then I found out about the Century and Kingsbridge and thought, big chunky series, I've got to get my teeth into these. And then Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children's series by Ransom Riggs. I am really excited to read these. I've just managed to get my hands on some beautiful copies of the first three. It's just something that I fell in love with after watching the movie. Again, I seem to be doing things in the wrong order when it comes to movies and reading. Everybody says you should read the books before you watch the films, but I came across the film before I came across the books. So yeah, watching that movie with Evergreen really did kind of spark my interest in this story, and then to find out that it's extensive in the way that it is, yeah, just made me want to read it all the more, because I love to get my teeth into a big series, evidently, because there's loads of them. And then moving down a bit more, here we come to Pages & Co by Anna James. Pages & Co was something that I found out about through Booktube, and in particular Gavin's channel. When I came across Gavin's channel, Pages and Co was one of the things that he talked about that really did intrigue me. Something that actually I'm really looking forward to, because the kind of integration of the bookish world into these stories really is, like, you know, something that's pulling me towards them. You know, you've got book wanderers, you've got lost fairy tales, you've got map of stories, you've got book smugglers and treehouse library. Everything in those stories is to do with books, so why would a book lover not want to read them? I'm really excited to read these, and actually for middle grades they're quite long, so I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into a chunkier middle grade. So yeah, I can't wait to pick those up. If I have time, I'd like to see if I can at least pick up the first one this week. This week being the readathon for the final book support group. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to Pages and Co. And then we've got a hugely hyped series, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. There's so much hype around this series, and I just absolutely need to get my teeth into it. There have been so many reviews on YouTube and on Bookstagram and BookTok and everywhere else, social wise, Facebook, you name it. There's been buzz about these books, and I've managed to get myself a limited edition Poppy War. So, you know, it's stunning. But yes, so the Poppy War is definitely one that I want to get to soon. I think that wants to be a series that I binge, just because I've heard so much about it that I want to be able to get my hand on everything before I pick up the first one. Oh, 13 Treasures, I missed that one. Okay, 13 Treasures by Michelle Harrison. Michelle Harrison is an author that I came across, again, thanks to BookTube. And I came across her on Gavin and Jade's channel because they both rave about A Pinch of Magic. So I added that to my TBR because I've got an edition of the 13 Treasures that is absolutely stunning. I have a thing for pretty books, as you may already know. And yeah, I have 13 Treasures, and it's so pretty that I automatically wanted to have the full series on my TBR. I don't own the others yet, but I'm hoping to at some point get my hands on those as well. And then we've come down to The Queen's Counsel, which is a series of Disney retellings. You've got Rebel Rose, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, Feather and Flame, which I believe is a Mulan retelling. And then we move on to Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Skyward is a beautiful series, and BookTube made me do it. I own them because of BookTube, and I really want to read them. Brandon Sanderson's writing is so good. Yeah, I'm going to switch back. So that's it. There you go. Extensive Starting Station TBR, but really fun nonetheless, and I can't wait to get to almost all of them, else they wouldn't be on my bookshelves. But yes, so Starting Stations TBR, can't wait. The final book support group is going to help me get through it, and I have no doubt that every step of the way all of them will be there 100%, and I'm really thankful for such an amazing community, and to be the tiniest cog in that gives me such pride. So as I say, all of the links and all of the relevant information about the final book support group and Steph and everybody else that I've mentioned in this video is all down below, as well as all of my socials, and all of my information. So come find me, leave me comments on my video, do whatever you like, come find me, let's be friends, let's chat, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.